Hey y'all, so let's talk about these Black Amish girls. All right, so I'm about to show you a clip, and the internet is freaking the F out. And then, of course, I'm going to give you some of my thoughts and commentary. So stay tuned.
I just wish the black woman knew, like, you don't gotta wear wigs to be beautiful. You don't have to wear eyelashes to be beautiful. Like, eyebrows. Like, you don't need all that. You're beautiful, like, just the way you are. And that's not black girl magic either. Black girl magic is natural. Like, it looks way better.
Yeah. I also think that they've talked themselves into, and they can't talk themselves out of. I think they know that being natural and being with no makeup and all this stuff is beautiful, but they've been told and they've been shown, like, this is beautiful.
They've just been
so
shown
they can't
over
get
and
their,
over.
And they
their
just
mind
want to
off
fit
of
in.
it.
They just want to fit in.
That's true.
I mean, that's what everybody's doing, right? Because even like we've never grown up with wigs. We've never grown up with fake eyelashes. And in our minds, we know natural. You know, we know
We've
it's
always
beautiful.
been natural, right?
We know we know it's the way to go. But we're still affected by it. We're still like.
And
but am I enough?
imagine if we
Right.
hadn't
You know?
grown up this way,
Right.
how affected we'd be by it. Like if it was our moms doing it, or our sisters, or our best friend at school. Like that would be, how do you even fight that alone?
Okay, so I can see both sides, but I don't understand why everyone is so up in arms about these Black Amish girls. First of all, I didn't even know that Black Amish girls even existed, so I learned something today. You learn something new every day. I love a good Amish farmers market though, so don't take that the wrong way. I just ain't never seen a Black Amish person. And if I'm being transparent, and I should have known better, when I was at this one Amish market, you know how they have the kitchen and like the doors kind of swing, one of them swing open, and I saw them taking, I'm not saying all Amish people do this, I'm just saying this is what I saw, okay? And I stand on this because I saw it. I saw them taking the dole stickers off of the bananas, and then I started to think, well, how the heck would Amish people in this part of the country even be growing bananas? You know, that was something that I had to pause for cause and consider. But that's what they were doing. They were taking the dole labels off of the grocery store stuff that they bought and were claiming that they grew it. Anyway, so first thing, I can understand from a different perspective why people would be upset, but I also think that this is getting blown out of proportion. They are not saying that Black women can't do X, Y, and Z. They're just saying that Black women don't have to do X, Y, and Z. They're coming from a position of the stereotypes of like the things that are traditionally considered Black. You know, like when I was working in corporate America, it didn't happen to me, but it happened to one of my friends. An older coworker, an older Black woman, told her not to wear her hair out at work anymore because it was unprofessional. So she started wearing braids. And I remember because I asked her, we had like a conversation about it, and she mentioned it. So that's kind of, you know, where I think that they're coming from. At the same time, though, so many people are always talking and bringing up what Black women do. So I think that there is a space where, in a community where some Black women are just tired of being made a conversation centerpiece when we're just over here minding our business. And there's also a space where there is a certain aesthetic that is being pushed in the Black community, and it is not what Black women look like naturally. Okay, so they're not wrong about saying that they wish Black women could learn and continue to appreciate their inner selves. It's awfully presumptuous to assume that just because a woman has makeup on and has her hair done and laid and whatever, that they are not confident, because these girls, and I'm not shading them or anything, but they did have their edges laid. So if they were 100% about being natural, they would have let them laid edges, I let them frizzle up. Hopefully that snippet doesn't age poorly. So I apologize in advance if the laid edges, you know, didn't age well. I apologize. But the truth is, they are saying you should be 100% natural, and they are natural for the most part, but your edges are laid. So it's slightly hypocrisy to me, because, don't throw stones, and at the same time, like, you with your natural hair, because I have natural hair too, like, it's straightened right now, look at them inches, baby. Get on our products, okay? We Unique World, baby. I got the link in my bio because my mama makes hair products. That's how I got to this length, because I used to have like hair like this small. I'm so serious. Anyway, and there's nothing wrong with small hair, but I have a big head, so I need some inches on me. You feel me? Now it's all flat. All right. Anyway, so I was just like, I don't like also the energy that I feel is coming from the video, where it's kind of like, we're kind of up here and you guys are kind of down there. And that's just might be an air that I'm receiving from that video, but it could be false. At the same time, though, I don't think that these young women meant this video to be offensive. I don't think that they meant for this video to cause a kerfluffle that it's caused. Not saying that I don't understand why it's doing that, but it is. And before people say, oh, no one's bothering Black women, that is not true. Black women are dragged on the internet every single day for their coarse, thick hair, even though all hair is good hair, especially when it's healthy, period. But when Black women are discriminated against because of their hair, and I know that for a fact because I've seen it happen in life before. So we can't act like that thing didn't exist, and we can't act like what they're saying doesn't come from a space of truth, because what we see, if you turn on any of the Real Housewives series, right? Which one of the Black women on those series doesn't wear fake hair? Listen, I'm saying this as someone who wears wigs, okay? So I'm not saying this from a shady space, but what percentage of the Black women that are portrayed on Real Housewives wears their natural hair? When have you ever seen their natural hair, except for when it was getting braided down for a weave, or if it was Robin? When? Never. When have you ever seen on Belle Collective or those Love and Marriage, in those series, when have you ever seen a Black woman wearing her natural hair besides Stormy? Never. Even when their wigs look bad. I'm just talking about across the board, not just pointing out those shows, just across the board. So we can't front like those girls didn't have grounds to stand on. I just think that they already have a different kind of vibe about them, and so people already are off-put just because, when people don't understand or something's not familiar, it could be considered a danger. That's just how humans think. So I think also because of the fact that they're like Black Amish people, it's already kind of like, okay, like, how did that happen? How'd you get there? And I'm not saying this to impact anybody's religion or thoughts or whatever, but it's also like when you meet a Black Mormon and you're kind of like, oh, okay. And not from a place of judgment, but just like, oh, really? Okay. Tell me more. I need to hear more about how, were you born this way? How did you become a Black Mormon? So that's what it is, I also think. So I think that people are just especially Black women, are just sensitive to certain topics and not without reason. And at the same time, though, I don't think that those girls were meaning anything in malice about Black women. And they are Black women. Is there a difference culturally between the children depending on who raises them? That is true. Culturally, and it's just in general, it seems like whatever your mom is what you end up being as well. What culturally you end up being as well. So there is a difference there between, parents and, where they come from. And though, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of their videos to really make a full synopsis and thought. But the other things that I have seen of their videos didn't give me like cause for pause. It didn't make me feel like, oh, these girls are just, they just have thoughts and opinions, and that's fine. Now, they do have like any place, and I'm not making any accusations, but I'm always like, whenever there is a place where the girls wear the same outfit down to the T. And it's like, you're not in, at least I don't know, maybe the podcast is happening during school hours or something, but you guys are all wearing the same outfit. And you're not, I guess, maybe not allowed to wear makeup. And some of the ideas that they're talking about, like Black women should feel beautiful and things like that, it makes me wonder, like, do you not feel attractive? You know, do you wish you could wear a wig? Like, I always think that when people go so hard one side or the other, and like, because they kept saying these things, a lot of times people say what they're feeling. So it makes me think perhaps they do not feel comfortable in their Blackness. I don't know. And I'm not saying that that's true, but the way that it came across to me started to make me feel like, okay, somebody here is not comfortable in their own skin either. Because it's one thing to say that society pushes a certain narrative and yada, yada, yada. It's a whole nother thing to make a blanket statement saying that Black women, basically that Black women wear wigs and wear makeup because they don't love themselves and they want to be something else. That's not necessarily true. And that's awfully presumptuous and kind of, tone deaf to say. So that's why I said the different culture thing. It's a little bit tone deaf to say that, because it's not true. It's not true that if you wear a wig, you don't love yourself. That's not true. A wig lets you have different hairstyles. You don't have to dye your hair. You can change it up, change it up. You don't have to do your hair. You can, let them inches grow because your hair is braided down. You can do all different types of style with a wig. So, and perhaps it's because I love myself that I want to try all these different looks. It's so, and then like when they said, it just seems like everybody's on Black women about what Black women are doing. Black women can't wear bonnets outside. But why? It's a hat. Black women are this. Black women are that. Like, why is everyone so obsessed? It's like, why are you so obsessed with me? Boy, I want to know. And then someone's going to say, oh, what about, I am, according to Ancestry, yes, I know some of y'all could be like, no, she gave them the DNA. Oh, Lord, I know, but I was curious. And whether they may be lying, I don't know. But with that being said, according to Ancestry, I am a whole lot of things. So I can speak on this, okay? Because I'm not trying to be like, talking up or down on anybody else. But the fact of the matter is, it seemed like everybody got something to say about Black women. Everybody has something to say. And it's like, why we live rent free in your brain. And we live, because oh Lord, let me stop. But why everybody hating? Let me be quiet. Let me get some water. But it's true. But anyway, like I said, I don't think that those girls said it with malice, but I think that perhaps they are projecting. And there is some validity to the statement because of what is pushed in the mainstream. What mainstream rapper or singer that is Black has their natural hair and doesn't wear a lot of makeup? It doesn't exist. Who, Alicia Keys, does anyone even know what she's up to lately? No. So there is validity to the statement, but at the same time, it's presumptuous to assume that Black women don't love themselves because they wear wigs. That's kind of crazy. That's a crazy thing to narrate. especially when your edges are laid. You know, if you love natural stuff, let your edges do what they want to do. And this is not from a space of, you know, being mad at them. They're entitled to say what they want to say. This is a free space. You're allowed to speak. You know, you're allowed to have differences of opinions. This is just my 2 cents in it. Okay. Bye.